the Emerald Isle, whisky lovers. My name's Al, and this is Whisky Street. What's up, whisky lovers? I'm Big Al, and welcome to my whisky den, where you can join me on my spiritual odyssey through the wonderful world of whisky. If you're a returning subscriber, thanks for your company once again. If it's your first time and you want to hear more about straight reviews, hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to ring that bell notification as well, so that you can get notified every time I post a new review. So why not sit back, pour yourself a dram, and let's talk whisky. Today, for review number 30, I'm heading the peat for the first time. Well, not personally for the first time, but for the first time on this channel, with a heavy hitter here that is Lagavulin 16. Now, this is a 16-year-old single malt scotch which has been aged in oak casks, and then it's bottled at 43% ABV. Now, it has got loads of peaty, smoky influence, and that, as you all know, is what Islay whiskies are renowned for. For many, Lagavulin 16 is viewed as a connoisseur's tipple, and it does indeed generally get rave reviews right across the board. But what about for your average drinker? Unless you're really into such heavy, peaty, smoky influences, something like this could be a wee bit daunting for you, and it just might be downright off-putting from the start. It really is an acquired taste. Some drinkers naturally take to it. The aromas, the flavours like a duck to water. Then there are others, because they're stubborn buggers like me, they'll eventually get there, and some just totally give up. It's just not for them. They're flogging a dead horse. Personally, I'm somewhere right smack bang in the middle. It's really hit or miss for me in these kind of whiskies. I've enjoyed probably more than I really expected to, and some have been okay, and there's actually been a couple that I've found rancid. There's no other word for it. There's even been one that whenever I see a bottle now, or I hear it even mentioned, to this day it still conjures up visions of me being trapped in a dank old abandoned asylum somewhere in the middle of nowhere, awaiting the inevitable torturous slow death from some crazed mad psychiatrist. I shit you not, that Bowmore 15 darkest experience was downright whisky trauma. But being the stubborn bugger I am, I will go there again, because my palate has refined a wee bit since then. But anyway, let's get stuck into this Lagavulin 16 and see what all the fuss is about. Let's launch it, guys. So let's get right into it with the nosing. Unsurprisingly, right off, smoke. Even as you're lifting it up to the nose, that smokiness is just wafting up the nostrils. It's like a distant smoke at first, and then obviously as it closer it gets to the nose, the more distinct it becomes. But it's not nasty, it's not in your face, and it's not in any way overpowering. It's actually quite appealing. It's tempered there like with a bit of orange fruitiness, probably a bit of a burnt orange undertone coming in there, and there's also a bit of a danky side to it as well, although that probably portrays a nasty element to it, but it's not. It's just like a seasidey sort of coastal thing. So here comes the peat, and it really does complement the smoke. It's really nice. Like, I live right beside the seaside. I've lived here most of my life, and I grew up running around the harbour areas, the seaside, and it does really bring back all those memories of youth and all the aromas that come with a working harbour, especially one of the older ones. And it is a case here where the peat and the smoke really do go hand in hand, but it's much more to it than just peat and smoke. It takes you back like to a fire on the beach with a woody smokiness like aroma coming from that fire, and the aroma wafting from a fish smokehouse all those sort of things combine with the peat and smoke, and it's one of those whiskies, one of those rare whiskies, in fact, that actually brings a picture into your head of things like that. Now, there's a touch of seaweed coming in there, nice dried seaweed, with a bit of briny mist as well. It really is a nice nose here, and there's a touch of iodine in there as well, but thankfully for me it's just on the periphery, it's just a touch, because I'm not really a big fan when it comes to be too powerful an element in some of these whiskies. It really, really is a hell of a nice nose, that. So much going on. Anyway, let's get into the taste and get on with it. Sláinte, guys. Now, unsurprisingly, peat and smoke, woomph, right in there. The smokiness is a tad more prominent, but again it's tempered with that fruity orange feel. It's like the dankness is gone that was a bit there on the nose, and now it's like a nice rich orange marmalade flavour that comes in and just works really, really well with that peat and the smoke. Again, that beachy bonfire type thing going on, like a well burned ashy wood, more dry seaweed, with a wee touch of what I can only describe as like a coastal earthiness. And you know what? As it coats the palate, and it does coat the palate really well, nice and thickly. As I said about on the aroma, where it brings pictures of certain things, even now on the palate it's doing that as well. It's like it's reminded me of like creosote, a fresh coat of creosote in a wooden fence. Do you see what I did there? I could have said a bit of coastal earthiness and creosote, but I just know that would leave some of you guys wondering, does the big thick Hallion actually drink creosote? Well, actually, just on a Friday, because it's really good, it's thick and it coats the stomach for the weekends, it's top tip. I'm only joking. Nah, I'm not really that stupid. I know I live in the sticks, but I'm not that cultured. I'm more what you would call a cultured culture. Although some may disagree. I beg to differ. Anyway, well, let's get on with the tasting. The finish is long, it's rich, it's elegant. Throughout it retains all that smoky, peaty influence, but along with that there's so much more going on. It has all those coastal elements, the nice orange fruity balance, the ashy burnt wood, the dry seaweed, a little bit of iodine, and right at the end there is a very slight medicinal note, but thankfully that's just peripheral. This really is a cracking wee whisky. For a quite iconic 16-year-old Islay whisky, you can generally pick this one up in the mid £50 range. Some places you'll see it higher, but if you do look around you can get it a bit lower and perhaps even under the £50 mark, and that really is an excellent price considering not only the age but the quality of the product. And yes, while it does have that big peaty smoky influence thing going on, those elements that don't overpower you in any way, they're kept in line, so to speak, with all the other influences that are there as well. It's not that big smack in the back full on assault in the senses that you'll get from Laphroaig 10. This is much more refined, it's more classy, it's more elegant, it's richer, it's just got that overall feel of quality. You know, I'm still not big when it comes to the smoke and the peat scene, but there's no real denying of the depth and the complexity and just the quality of all that's going in here. It's one you really do have to try. So thanks for your support, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy this. So if you did, please give me the old thumbs up. Let me know what you think of peaty or smoky whiskey. Is it your thing? Is it something you're willing to try? Or is it just, no, I don't want to go there? I would really be interested to hear your thoughts. So that's it for today, guys. I look forward to you joining me again so we can continue our whiskey journeys together, because that's what it's all about. But until next time, folks, stay safe, take care of yourselves, and as always, drink your whiskey the way you like it. Slàinte. Cheers, Monty. Shit you not.